Like, Deuce was awesome. Stetson was awesome, kind of to watch throughout the game.
Stetson,
but
awesome.
Yeah,
Beast.
and those
Spinning it.
he accurate as fuck and like had some great zip on the ball.
Yeah, but remember, he's too old, and he partied his face off that time in
That's
Texas.
right.
Oh, sue me.
And he got arrested, and he came out with a big old lipper in, I think.
Yep.
Walking out of the jail
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of the combine process.
Exactly.
So that's going to be a red flag for some teams.
Yep.
And we can understand that. But with that being said, he was doing a lot of this shit in Georgia.
Yep.
He just was 5 years older than everybody, so nobody knew if it was impressive or not.
Yeah.
And then he comes into the NFL first game, and he's dicing up a defense that has an NFL jersey on.
Yeah.
He's this year's Brock Purdy, right? We can just kind of cement that already if he gets to play.
Matthew Stafford is back playing. I assume great football because he's Matthew Stafford, and that's what he does. We were all very confused that he came back and played this year because we thought with the injury that he's – there's a massive 2nd and 21. 2nd and 21 on a dime from Stetson Bennett.
Yeah.
He's 26. He could play another 14 years, especially with the science they got, L.A.
Oh, yeah.
The rules.
Look at him dropping it in a bucket. Hi. Teammates love him. You know that?
For sure.
Have to.
Absolutely.
You guys are ripping more zins than the fucking rest of the team. And
It's a lot
on
of completions.
the dot.
Yeah.
Hitting guys in stride, too, letting them run afterwards.
And we talk about comfort. Look at how fucking comfortable this guy is. That was in 1, 2, 3.
Chill.
What, he complete 30 passes?
Yeah, was this guy
Just
playing
about.
Big 12 football right there? It looked like Big 12
He was
football.
very impressive when you went
How about
back
that
and looked
offensive line right there?
Yeah.
Hey, Rams, good luck. Your offensive line was the problem.
Might work.
Fucking go.
Stetson Bennett's playing fucking sevens, 7-on-7 up there. No pressure at all.
Cooper Kupp back, too.
Forgot about him. He's a quarterback and wide receiver.
Yeah.
Didn't he get hurt? What happened to him, Dirty?
Hammy.
Is he back?
No, not yet.
Oh,
Never
Come on.
mind. Never mind. Good
Stafford
season.
said this is the healthiest he's ever felt going into a season in a long time.
I love that.
Yep.
I love that.
Yep.
These old heads saying the same things.
Yeah.
Check that spinal cord.
I was going to say, his
Whoa.
attached by a paperclip, so I hope he's feeling healthier than he ever has.
You think he doesn't know more than you two dumbasses do about the state of his spine right now?
No, definitely not. But I don't know if he knows more than AQ Shipley because AQ's also been through a very similar injury.
So what happened to AQ, just for those that have not heard the story, AQ Shipley, friend of the program, obviously host of In the Trenches. Can't wait for that.
Yes. God.
Pumped.
Can't wait for that.
That's soon.
He played football a long time in the NFL, okay? He is just classic NFL football player.
That's right.
I love football.
Yes.
Meathead.
Every day of his life, I love football. Still to this day, living life as if he's in the NFL. In his backyard, I love football. I love football. Then he finally gets to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, wins the Super Bowl, is on a team or on teams with teammates with Tom Brady. Everything's going good. Great. Team might win a Super Bowl here. Here we go. Playing, living.
Yeah.
And then he gets hurt in the game. And then the next day he goes to a doctor, and his doctor comes in after reading the scans and says, "You can never play football again." Just like, football's over.
Yeah. Have a good day.
Come again?
And he goes, "Well, what happened?" And they tell him about the spinal contusion, where it's not the spine, but it's the thing that the spine goes through, you see. You have a concussion or contusion, I forget what the contusion on there, that made it swell up, you see. So at one particular part where your spine goes through, it's tighter than at other places. So if you were to potentially get bopped in that particular area, you know, obviously we know what would happen then, and that is the scary part of this whole thing. So that is why we cannot clear you to play any physical sport ever again or whatever.
Yeah.
Was the message that he got. Now, there's obviously different grades and levels, I'd assume, of the contusion and the swelling and everything like that. But when we heard that was potentially what Matthew Stafford had last year, at this stage of his career, with how much money he's made, how many records he's broken, how many, you know, he has a Super Bowl championship. How many other things would you need to say, you know what, stamp it? I did live up to the hype that was made to make me the highest paid human in the United States of America the day that I was drafted. You know, that's what happened. He was same draft class as me. 2009, he got drafted and got like 60-some million or something like that.
Old CBA.
Old CBA. Just so much money, more money than anybody in the NFL at the time. And he went to Detroit, obviously. Detroit experienced what Detroit has experienced for a long time.
He did his best.
But he just broke all the records. He's beloved up there. And then he moves to the big city.
Oh, yeah. Bright lights.
Finally goes to Mexico and says, you know what? Yeah, I do want to win. Fucking sue me.
I hate losing.
Okay, I love Detroit, but I don't want to be a bad guy. I just want to be a football guy. It's all I've ever wanted to be. But also, God damn it, the only thing they judge everybody on is how many Super Bowls you got. You know what they say about Dan Marino?
What's that?
Never won the big one.
Dan couldn't win the Super Bowl. It's like Dan, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, didn't win the Super Bowl. That's all they ever say. Matt Stafford's like, do you think we're ever, I want to win? All right, let's go to Mexico, and then we'll go to the Los Angeles Rams. And then first year, you'll win a Super Bowl. Then you'll have all the marketing deals that you want. Everybody will see how cool you are, and everybody will finally respect you as a football player. Okay, sweet, let's do that. That happens.
Yep.
And then he gets hurt again.
Ooh.
And then he comes back. It's like, bro, at what point is what we all thought.
Yeah.
But back to the original point. Matthew Stafford's just a fucking football player.
He loves balls.
He loves football.
He's just a fucking football player.
That's all there is to it.
Go to Los Angeles, that doesn't change him.
No.
He's still that Texas fuck that went through Georgia and was up in Detroit trying to build up Grit City up there.
Oh, yeah.
That's all he was trying to do.
That one
You put-
person was talking shit on football, so he pushed her off the stage.
That did not happen.
She was a terrible human, though, after the fact.
True.
When people looked into
We
her.
found out that some
Yep.
of the things she said in the past,
Yep.
that was a whole situation.
Yeah, that
I
was
was on
a-
vacation during
Crazy 2 days for you.
and dropped myself right in the middle of it
Yeah.
by giving money to help.
Yeah,
Forgot about
exactly.
that.
Help, trying to help.
Forgot about
Yeah.
that.
Bad guy.
Yeah, of course. That's how it works.
Oh, my God.
Forgot all about that.
That was quite a babyface heel turn.
It
That
was
crazy.
one of the quickest ever.
Yeah.
But anyways, that was at a Super Bowl parade.
Yeah.
Yep.
They won a Super Bowl their first year. He's still playing. Aaron Donald's still there. Why not?
Sure.
Stetson Bennett's in the building.
Yeah.
You know that means good vibes. And then if something does happen to Matthew Stafford,
Fine.
looks like Stetson Bennett got him in really good hands.
Yeah.
And he was stropped.
Yeah.
I mean, his
Jocked.
shoulders were like absolutely jocked, and he was throwing his deep ball beautifully. He's obviously been a national champion a couple different times. The knock was, I guess, that he was old. I guess the knock was that he was old or whatever. He slipped to what, the 5th round? Was it 6th?
I thought they
fourth
took him
or
in like
fifth?
I thought they took him earlier.
That 4th or 5th
3rd, maybe? I don't.
Yeah, I
He
thought-
was not in the conversation though, of being like the 4th round of like the quarterback this entire draft. I mean, I guess Aiden O'Connell as well out of Purdue, who looked very good for the Raiders, and he's played a lot of football. But this whole Stetson Bennett story is fascinating to me because obviously he got a little boozed up down in Texas.
Yeah, raising hell.
Got a little boozed up down in Texas, came out, half a tin in his mouth. I mean, you got to do what you got to do in that particular standpoint. Be smarter about it. Everybody's hoping. But just because he was old was why he was knocked. Like, now it's preseason football, but like, the guy was killing it, and he did in college too. And he could move in college too. And he could obviously lead in college and throw the ball. Now, he had better weapons than everybody. That's not his fucking fault. I mean, why is this guy coming in? Why didn't he have as much hype? And what do you think of him as an NFL guy going forward?
First of all, the reason he didn't have a lot of hype is because I don't know what he measured out at, but if you look at him, you can talk about him looking ripped. Most people look at him. What was that kicker from Notre Dame from the Saints?
Yeah, Blake
most
Group.
people,
Yeah, 5'7".
Most people think that's what he looks like. You know, he looks. People just don't respect because he doesn't have the stature. That's always been the knock on him his entire life. That's why he was a walk-on at Georgia and left to go to a junior college, and they begged him to come back because they were running out. They didn't have a quarterback, and they wanted him to run some scout team stuff. I mean, his story should be a movie. But the guy, I mean, we talk about people that play with a chip on their shoulder. This guy wakes up in a bad mood. He hates the world.
Love it.
Because the world has doubted him his whole life. And so he walks around with a massive chip on his shoulder, flipping everybody off, just walking into McDonald's. He's just mad. I love that. I love that personally. And so that's how he's played quarterback the last 2 years at Georgia. And even his own fans, not last year, the year before, on their way to a national championship, they're playing in the SEC championship. They're still asking for the other quarterback. They're still saying, wait, do we have to play this guy? And he leads them to a national championship, his own fan base. So he just has this, it's like he has scars. So he's incredibly driven, incredibly intelligent, off the charts intelligent. My big thing with trying to project a college quarterback into the NFL is it's impossible to predict is the processing. The jump from college to pro, the ability to see things in college, come off of primary, find the second, find the third option. In college, in an NFL offense, that guy now is the offensive coordinator with the Ravens. he worked through it. I mean, by last year, he was like a coach, an offensive coordinator playing quarterback. That guy was working through it. That's why I love Mac Jones so much. His ability in Sark's scheme, he worked through it fast. And so these guys in college that have that ability, I'm not surprised that he went and played well the other night. I don't know how many more chances he's going to get. You know, obviously Stafford's healthy and ready to go. But he's just a guy I've learned over time not to bet against. And with Sean McVay, who's going to get dialed in on what this kid does well if he ends up playing. I don't know, man. I'm excited to see if he ever does get an opportunity, because he's just that guy that is out to prove everybody wrong.